List. Okay, we're making a list. We're on the final stretches. We are making a cardboard list. When you make a cardboard list, you're on the home stretch. So I'm told. Basically, we're banging out a few small things, and we want to go for a drive. So, or at least get this stuff done. So, what do we got? Block the front lip. Here we've got this mount. This is going up here. Comme ça, but we've got a bit of a gap to fill. So we don't want this kind of gap. We want like this kind of gap. So we're working on solutions for the base, and that we need to work out today. So we toyed with this idea, you know, the old place, because I want to, you know, show off that it's crossfire injection still. I should just write slow on it. But it does look pretty cool, but we're working on the idea of maybe using this trim in here instead to kind of take care of some of that. So that might work. That would be a little, you know, it's not part of the plan to stick it out.
No.
That far, so maybe we won't even worry about that. Yeah, we'll just get this. Okay. So I'll work on that. Passenger side. Hood bottom.
Sure.
Other side, driver's side.
Piece of sand the bottom of the door on the passenger side.
Sand.
Which I'll do also today. Sand inside the door pockets for the handles as well. I'll have to do that by hand. It's hard to get in there with the machine.
Doors. Targa bar.
Which is quick sand with 80 grit.
Sand. Do we want to take the roof off? Or the back window?
Yes, to get the edges in there. Still have to sand that by hand. Scuff it up.
So then we're going to put back on today, or just leave it off?
Just leave it off for now.
Gonna fold the seats. Not bad.
Not bad. Looks like a lot, but it's a lot of little things.
Small list. It's not bolted on. This. It's good. These mounts are done. That's done. It's not reinforcing to do, but we can do that. We can do it tonight and let it sit overnight. Because all these pieces have to come off again before we slick sand, paint, whatever. So yeah, this piece, I've never taken this off yet. I'll have to figure out how this comes off. But some models came with a third brake light. This one did not. We have a list. We're going to block canards, passenger side, bumpers, sand, headlight, targa, boom, bang. Let's get started.
This is a good example of doing your research before you go to someone to paint your car. This car was painted, I don't know how many freaking times, but there's a lot of layers. And we've got paint just peeling off. Like, it's just peeling right off the panel.
And it's glossy.
Yeah, it's not even sanded or anything. This was painted red at one point. I already sanded the top off like months ago.
So this is a new door. This is the new used door.
Yes.
So this one was the problem, or it was a problem. Look at that. Wow.
It comes off in chunks, like still shiny. Paint doesn't stick to shiny things. So when I say we got a slick sandable car, that's what I mean. Like This is sanded down. I can tell by the layers blending out nice. I might do a little bit more until this is shiny as well. I wonder if it'll peel up. Oh yeah. Hood's got a similar problem. Okay, we got some work to do on the hood.
We got some work to do in the whole car, it looks like. Oh my
So,
gosh.
that should not even happen with a razor blade. You should not be able to get a razor blade between a layer of paint and it peeling up like that. I thought this was good to go, the hood. Now it's not. Not at all.
Yes.
So, I'm going to probably take a razor blade and go over the entire hood and do that. It's a bit more work. But I'm not going to do my body work and my feather fill, primer stage on top of stuff that's peeling off, because if it peels off, then it's on me. This is why when you go to prep a car, you have to know what you're dealing with and what's underneath and what's been done so you can address it properly. If I left this, sanded it just to this layer, like just sanded the clear coat, and then let's say down the road, you're on the highway, they get a rock chip and it just flakes off because of this layer, that whatever was done before that was not adhered right and not prepped right, and it just peels off.
The whole
Same
thing would have
with the
peeled
hood
off.
too.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah. Unfortunate, but these are the things you have to address. Like that should not happen. I'm glad I noticed that now. And it's smooth, like it's on there, but I could tell when I was sanding it. You can see here, if you're gonna feather back layers of paint, say you're doing a repair on a hood, you have to feather back the paint so you can prime it like I did over there. But I was not going to put any filler there because there's no need. I feathered it back. But now that I see this, I'm like, I got to figure out now how far back this all goes, because it could just keep peeling. I'm not going to do the work on top of it. It's not going to last. Like it's just once it starts, it just goes. If you're already at this stage, you don't want to skip out on that work and potentially have it happen in the future.
Oh no.
Like I'm barely lifting that. I did filler work here. That's all gonna come right up. So today's gonna be a lot of sanding, but we'll get caught up. Like whatever I did, or whatever was done, is not done right. And it's smooth, but that should not be smooth like that. Like I said, right here, you can see it's shiny. You're gonna keep chasing that back, wanting it to feather out. That's not feathering out. Paint's just going back and back and back until it will feather out. Like right here, this is fine. It's feathered out, but
And because of the dust, we didn't really see that.
probably yeah. So,
Well, we got our work cut out for us. Now, we're going to keep going, I guess.
it's time to get our gear into overdrive.
Time to get in the overdrive. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's just a little bit more work.
Just a little bit more work.
Just a little bit.
Just sand the whole car again. No big deal.
We got no deadlines.
Let's go. Okay, so now we are on to the stage right before primer. We're going to do some slick sand, and we have made a lot of progress on the fit and fitment of this front end. We got the hood up, as you can see. We got all the front stuff finished. I'm just about to take this thing outside. We're going to take some footage of it because it looks amazing. Park it in the grass maybe. Give it a wash, and we'll get the shop clean and get it ready for when Brandon returns. So we can get this thing coated. So we're gonna then take all the pieces back off the car, hang them up, put them in places, and then we're gonna spray them, and we'll block that, and then we'll prime it before the weekend so we can hit the first show and get this thing out in the public so people can see it, because I need to take this thing for a rip. I also did the passenger seat and mounted it with the new mounts, so I will get into that after, because I still have a few more brackets to make for the driver's side, so we can lower the seat about 3-4 inches, and then that will allow me to not hit my head, or at least allow my head to not stick past the roof. So we got the back window out. We've prepped all of this area all the way around here. It's looking great, ready to go. The rest of it is the back bumper. It needs to be fixed a little bit. There's a couple holes that we filled. I did find the emblems. I did find my passenger door handle after I had already ordered another one. So that's it, but we're going to detail this, get this thing cleaned and scrubbed up, and get it ready for masking. So the shop is a huge mess. As you can see, we're doing some cleanup here. I have the day off today, so I'm going to get some work done and get that prepped and ready to go before Brandon returns. So we'll take it out, blow it off, and we'll get started. So let's go. the only time Brandon's excited to fiberglass. When there's one piece left of fiberglass.
You've done a lot of fiberglass.
What's going on, everybody? We are now back and the shop is clean. The car is clean-ish. Let me show you around. We got the engine bay all cleaned up. It's looking fantastic. We got the suspension all cleaned up. Don't mind that cover. I got to refinish that at some point. But we gave her a little bit of a bath. The interior is nice and clean. The seat brackets are fantastic. Thank you again, North 43 Garage, for coming through quick on those. Sorry, I just put them in now. So it was a big rush for now. So anyways, this brings me down about 3 inches. Perfect ride height. It's comfortable. They are fixed seats. They do not move. They are there for good. That nice wheel Emily got me. Oh, I cannot wait to put the center cap in there. Put the dash back together. Interior is degreased and fantastic. We have the floor is rinsed off. And we are now disassembling. So in the last clip you saw we were ripping around. Took the car out for a drive. It is scary fun. So now, if you can guess, we are prepping for primer. So now this is, all the pieces are off, are coming off. We're going to take this front lip off. We got a little bit of blocking to do there. And we'll keep going on. Man, those look pretty good cleaned up. So yeah, I'm going to be working on now, taking off the rear bumper. I took off the wing, took off a bunch of stuff. It all comes apart. Then we line the garage with plastic. Complete. And right now we're tempering the air. We got the AC running. Getting that, actually it's dehumidifier. We're getting the humidity out of the air. As you can see, a nice puddle. It is very humid today. And yeah, we're continuing to work hard. So it was a successful drive. We were reaching temperatures at about 210 Fahrenheit. For all you US folks, it's about 100 Celsius with the fan running the whole time. So it seems to be pulling air, no problem, despite what some of the commenters thought about the front end not having enough air coming through the diffuser. It will get better as I add more pieces underneath to kind of scoop some air up inside, but more testing. I'm going to check the oil, make sure this is the longest it's actually driven in probably 10 plus years. So it drove onto the tow truck, off the tow truck, into the garage, off the garage, back on the tow truck, back to the garage. So that's it. It starts and moves. We finally got to take it down to the street. It does need a wheel alignment, bad. But other than that, it goes, it stops. It's loud and slow. So it's hopefully going to stop me from wrecking it. It is very low on the front end, very low. I've already scraped it twice. I only told Brandon once, but twice. And it was just a little shh on the front, so you're going to have to really air it up all the way while we're driving. I think it was down a little bit, but I'm going to put in an air gauge and definitely figure out what the proper ride height is. So we're going to get back to taking this stuff apart, lining up these parts. We're going to put them on something so Brandon can spray them. We're going to utilize more of the workbenches and things like that. So more work to go. Let's go. Look. Super excited. Okay. We're laying parts. We got a mask off. I think it's now the next day. I don't remember what I did last night. or in my last post. I can't remember now. Anyway, we're masking off the car. Brandon's gone and started to do the fun stuff. And now we're gonna do this again, I guess, right?
Waving it down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need a tack cloth?
No,
No tack cloth.
not for this stuff.
Okay.
Even the funnel, right?
Did you open this on purpose? Did you open these on purpose?
So like
Oh, okay.
what?
Just,
Heated?
I'm just wondering. Just wondering. No sweat. So, we're going to throw you on time lapse. Get this place cleaned up a little more. Oh, Brian took off the side skirts. Now we have a cart looking car. Looks pretty slick. We take off the rear bumper. We need to put the stuff up in the air so he can work on it. I need to go into the deadly hot office and move some stuff around. So, sorry, Emily. I have to move your projects somewhere safe. Let's go. What do you think? It's blue! That's the color we picked. I hope you enjoy it. Brandon's taking pictures. We have it taped up! Can you believe it? It's taped up! And now we gotta find a place to put all of this crap. And yeah, we're gonna hang things and move things and put things. Then we're gonna put some plastic on the floor, tape it to the car. Does this remind you of someone's C4 Corvette? Possibly gray. Maybe. He's pretty famous on TikTok. You'll have to see. Let me know in the comments below who you think Corvette looks just like this. Well, similar. A little more carbon fiber and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's a pretty exciting day. What do you think?
It's been a long time coming to this point.
Yeah, sorry the fans are going. It is deadly hot in here.
Very. It's like 33 degrees Celsius.
33C, which is like, I don't know what, in the US.
Hundreds. Something.
Hundreds of Fahrenheits. Phew. Yeah. We're going to spray tomorrow, I think.
I think you have to.
We have to.
So we're gonna do the whole car, and we're gonna do all the parts, except the front and rear bumper, which we'll do probably Saturday. So it's very tight in here,
Uh-huh.
so it's easier. We'll put those in the back, get all the parts done, with the body done, and then we'll finish sanding the bumpers, which don't have any damage at all really, just some filling, and that's it. Then we'll get it done.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're not confident we can do the bumpers?
I don't want to pack it in too tight.
Yeah. Pack it in, pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Look at this. Wowzer. Can't even fit it all in the frame. It's so big. Wish I had other wheels. I could have changed them, but I don't. So we didn't. And that's just the reality of a sitch. So we did some tidying. We're going to clean again. Probably tomorrow I'll do some wiping down. We're going to plastic the entire space. It's going to be a lot of plastic. 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 Got some lights on. More lights on up there. I think it's plenty bright. Got to make sure Brandon has enough temperature. I mean, make sure Brandon has enough lights. I don't know.
We got all the product that we need.
We got all the product. What do you got?
So, we have our wax and grease remover, SX330, my one choice. I've used this many times when I've had my other shops. Great stuff. Great wax and grease remover. We already washed the car with it. Leave it down. I'll probably do one more time before we spray tomorrow. So we'll do that. We have our dry guide coat for after the slick sand is done, or feather fill. And we have our feather fill G2, which is polyester high build surface primer. Super thick. It's gray. So the car's going gray for now. But once this, we're gonna use this whole can most likely. It's heavy as heck. So if you mix it up really well, it's 1 bottle of hardener per quart. So there's 4 quarts in a gallon. And once that's done, we'll block it with the guide coat to make sure it's straight. And then final primer is black Omni MP803, which is a black surface primer, and with our 810 hardener. And I have reducer at home that I'm going to bring by. It's a 4:2:1 ratio, and that'll be what it'll be before we paint it. So we want to finish our primer in the darkest shade that we can before paint. It just makes life easier. Takes less coats of paint to cover, and it's going to look cool.
That's it.
We'll get the first look of how it's going to be like black.
Oh yes,
So.
especially when you're spraying it, it'll be all glossy at the beginning. You'll be able to see.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's really nice.
It's gonna be cool.
So that's everything we need to get it in final primer ready for paint, and just a matter of getting it done.
And you're feeling good about it now.
Yes, after all these months of blocking and everything, it's in the stage where I'm happy that we can get it in primer, and then we can finish the rest of it in blocking and find any little defects before final primer.
Yep.
And then we'll get it done.
Fantastic.
Yeah. The list is all done.
We did a test drive. We mounted the seats. The seat belts, signals, and brake lights are in. Well, they're wired. And the only thing left is the airline I should replace. We have another small list, which was a day list. And the only, final list. And the only thing left was the bumpers, which are now the last thing to do. And I have some metal bars and stuff to put in here and rivet in, so I could do that too before you paint it. I mean, or we can work on it together, whatever. But tomorrow is the day, and this is it.
It's gonna go a lot faster once it's in primer, because I can see what I need to fix once it's in slick sand, whatever it doesn't fill or any pinholes or low spots after we're blocking. And it's just a matter of blocking it, fixing the stuff that you see, and just keep going. It's hard to see now because there's so many layers and just different colors. So that's why it's nice to get it in our slick sand and move forward. But it's going to go a lot faster, like I said. The next day I'll be blocking it. I can block this thing out in probably a couple hours. And then same with the parts. Just gotta hustle now.
And then we'll make history.
I'll try.
We'll try. So stay tuned for that video. This is the end of this one. I know you want to wait and you want to see it sanded, but hey, you're going to have to wait because we want to get these videos up as quickly as possible. So follow us on Instagram, rust_n_bust, for whatever, daily updates. We're here every single day. And Denny's_customs on Instagram as well. Give them a follow, give them a hug, say hello from me. If you're interested in supporting the channel financially, you can hit the join button below. You also get a little badge that goes beside your name while you comment to show that you support the channel. And eventually, we have 3 people actually right now. So Emily, BMO, and Kelly, thank you all for supporting the channel so far. A small portion of that goes towards the channel and towards the car and whatever else we're going to do here in this garage. So thank you so much for supporting. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, because we're at 2,500 subscribers already, and that's crazy. Car show season's coming. We're going to meet a lot of you guys, and we're so excited. So we'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. We are getting this painted. Yeehaw! Take care.